Okay, so we talked about before, but voila, there was the I would call the entry level of the sparkling wine of Natale Simonetta from Baricchi. I don't think he would be really glad to call the first one entry level. He doesn't really have an entry level. They are both really high quality sparkling. Both of them are aged for more than 70 months in the bottle with their own yeast. There's not time here to explain how the yeast and fermentation process. There's a lot of videos of myself and other winemakers that will talk about it. From remember that from February 1st we're gonna have our online wine school, so you're gonna find every single information properly. But most of you are not here to learn things. Most of the issues about our wine club is to have some pleasure with a bit of a knowledge, awareness, I would say, and. This is they're more expensive for the tier two sparkling wine. It's still a 100% Pinot Noir, and it's not 100% Pinot Noir. It's an 85% Pinot Noir. Then there is a bit of a Chardonnay, Viognier, Riesling, and something else. Lindsay, what was it? Viognier, Riesling, Chardonnay, and Sauvignon Blanc. I think yes. And Solera, you know what does it mean? Solera method. I don't know if you're confident with the winemaker. It's called the Celos. It comes from the Champagne area. The idea is to age in barrels the wine and to let it somehow naturally oxidate it in the barrel. The Solera method is actually a bit more complicated. It's about blending different vintages on different barrels. It comes the idea from the sherry, from the Madeira, even the balsamic vinegar. The idea that you fill up the bottle with younger, because the bottle naturally evaporate, and then you fill it what is missing from the barrel of the younger age. Again, these are technical issues. Most of you are not really interested in knowing how technically works. Also, because every winemaker champagne.
I'll just cut that part.
Shit happens. No, we're gonna keep it. This is probably what this is. It was warm, so my suggestion: never do this. In the sense that you're supposed to keep the your thumb on the cork. In this case, the bottle was warm, so the pressure was higher. So why I'm serving this bottle warm? Because when you want to do a proper tasting, the wine have to be warm, and you get more the essence of the wine. Try to get an expensive industrial confectionery enologist wine and drink it warm, especially if it is a white wine. It's gonna taste disgusting because all the chemical products will come. And one of the secret that I used to tell when we taste wine is smell the empty glass. When you finish the glass, you just smell the empty glass. All the chemical flavors comes out. All the sulfites, all the headache, all the bad hangover day after perception will come out after. Alors here we have a bit of a, this is a beautiful sensation of oxidation, which is not going over, it's not overpowering the flavor of the wine. The oxidation gives you this hint of like honey. Then you have a bit of a slightly hint of caramel, but on the same time you have a bit of a crispy finish, mainly due to the fact that we are talking about one of the best terroir in the world, which is Barbaresco. We are 7 kilometers from the Barolo area. This is slightly more fatter than the Voila, the tier 1. So before I was talking about the sparkling wine can goes with everything. In this case, I would say that this is more like mid-meal type of pairing. I wouldn't use this as an aperitif unless you want to overwhelm all your meal. So if you have a light, but if I'm talking with my American friends, usually your meals are not really light, so even the aperitif will be quite fat, so it's going to be perfect. But enjoy it. To me, this is a big meal. Usually we think like sparkling, easy drinking, take it as an aperitif and forget about it. No, we're talking about a big wine with a big structure, with a nice honey finish, a bit of a hint of a slightly mineral finish at the end. Salty you can get in the front part of your teeth, so this could go with meat, with codfish, with salmon. I would go with a bit of a contrast, maybe something refreshing, so that the wine is going to fill up a bit the weakness of the palate if your meal is not so great. Enjoy.